No audio? Maybe it was because I wasn't actually speaking at the time. We were kind of quiet in here, PH. Yeah, that would do it. Hard to hear what isn't being said. Because I was getting the streams fired up and was paying attention to that. And as usual, Vim is taking its time. Come on, Vim. It is the first one I check and the last one that fires up. Well, you can't have that. 21st century speed in Australia, that's, that can't be had. Okay, looks like we're ready to go. Good morning, everyone. This is Shadows Pub and Pimp Your Post Thursday morning edition from the Ramble. So, we're a little slow getting started this morning, but that's okay. We're not on a time crunch. And Axeman, you are up first. Oh, I bet you Sarge is headed for a meetup. He's on a train. And Axeman says, oh, come on, get the up there. Now the post is taking its time starting. Oh, are you returning from Philly? Okay, Axeman says, pretty long visual travel story with a description of using the wide focal range lens and a short Lightroom retouch tutorial. So you packed a lot into that one, did you? You did. By the looks of the length of it. Decided not to cut it into two parts, eh? Took all your life force yesterday. Well, what's the sense of a life force if you're not using it? Very nice. Thank you, Axeman. And find the dollar. You're up.
Hey guys, I'm back promoting Solaritas again. Speaking of Axeman, he bought 10, got an SBI share this week. Woohoo! And I am Rain Crystal as well. So we've got 2 new members. We got some delegations from Ingenuity. He's hooked us up with Marlians and I can't remember one other, Lifestyle, I think, or no, PAL. So we're getting boosted in SE tokens as well. We're officially above minnow. Woohoo!
Woo!
Milestone. We're growing. I mean, you got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And on Tuesday, we were on Curation Corner for an hour. That was fun. Good times. Is that archived somewhere?
It's archived on YouTube, but I will be doing a light edit on the recording and I'll post it.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I had to I had to look after something yesterday, so I didn't get it done.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing a FAQ post like we were talking about. Because people have this idea that I didn't even think of, that they're going to be the huge industrial monstrous windmills and like some sort of $50 million company or something. So yeah, I think that might be useful to clarify some of those things that I took for granted.
It's always interesting to get the feedback from people that are not familiar with the project, because then you understand what you're missing in your explanations that seem so obvious. So an FAQ is probably a good idea. Uh, Even short little informational posts about aspects of the project and the equipment that you're going to be utilizing. You got lots of
Yeah,
possibilities.
to me, it seems obvious though, because my budget is less than 500,000 for the land and the equipment. But I, I don't know. Yeah, it would be a good idea to clarify those sorts of things. I think.
Yeah. You know what they say, there's no stupid questions, just the ones that haven't been asked.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
So the SBI, there's some things going on, or going to be going on in the background on those SBI to see if we can get that guy to stop doing his downvotes.
I don't think there's any reasoning with him. They've been trying, and he's sticking to his guns.
Well, it's going to depend on exactly what Joseph's plans with the um, program are. Because the way it's being seen right now is that it might take more steps, but it's when people are purchasing SBI, they're purchasing votes, and that's the attitude that is coming across. The guy had a bid bot earlier. Oh, so he's pissed off at the fact he can't run a bid bot.
Yeah, that's what I understand. Is that he was a Bidbot owner, and I'm sure.
So he got his bid bot shut down. Couldn't
Yep. So now he's
adapt.
pissed
So
off at the.
yeah.
But that seems most of the Bidbots, like I thought they'd shut down, but they're still running, and they're running to find out who's going to use a Bidbot and then downvote them. It's so awful.
Which ones are still running?
BD Voter is still running.
And then you use it and get downvoted.
Yep.
Well, part of what's going on is that people are watching the ones that are still running, and anybody who uses them, they'll go after.
Oh, BD Voter downvotes them.
Oh, really? Come into my website, the spider. Is that the phrase?
I don't know what's going on with that, but
Some
Up Upduder got some more delegation this morning, so it's still growing too to try to
good.
counteract.
Yeah, you should do some more posts about Upduder too. To keep that out there so that people are aware of it.
Well, I was going to share that after my Solaritas post.
Sounds good. All right. Thank you, Define. And I am Rain. You are up.
It's my turn.
It is.
Okay, this is the for the Apex contest, passion rewarded contest, and I joined it. I just wanted to promote it to get.
So what is the contest?
Yes, it's actually to create anything and then to add the hashtag passion rewarded, and you get to win APX. The contest runs until the 10th of December.
That's not very far away. Only 5 days left.
Yeah, I hope I win.
So
Thank
that's
you.
thank you, I am Rain. That's the day before the next witness chat, which is next Wednesday. Define the dollar says off topic, but I'm seeing posts about Hex. What is Hex? Oh, a major scam. What's that? Another one of the cryptos? Hey, pretty nice
Yeah,
video.
yeah, it's like you spend ETH into a pool, and then based on the pool, every day you get paid back out hex. But even the creator or the he says he doesn't know who the origin wallet owner is. So nobody knows where all this ETH is going. But you're telling me that I'm supposed to believe that as the creator of this program, you have no idea who has control over that ETH. And every day that pot gets empty.
So somebody's getting ETH and handing out hex, which has what value?
It what it has no use case as far as I know of. It's just supposed you get hex.
So is this a little bit like that? What was that one that was around for a while? BitConnect?
I don't know. I think it's sort of something similar to that ish, but it's I think it's even worse. Because I mean, at least BitConnect they had control of the keys. This guy says he doesn't even know who owns the keys to all that ETH.
Yeah, that just doesn't make sense. Somebody's got them. Probably the one that had that exchange up in Vancouver, Quadrex. You know, that was supposedly died in India. It's probably him. There's no absolute certainty that guy even died. Oh, good.
Yeah, there's that big one in Britain, the One Coin.
I hadn't heard about that one.
That's very similar to BitConnect too, and it's a exit scam. The owner just absconded with all the investment.
Hex sounds like it should be hexed.
Sounds like it may already be if people are catching on to it quickly. The trouble is, it'll take a few people down before it gets cleaned up.
$3 million worth of ETH were deposited into that pot yesterday.
Holy crap. We'd share 10% of that and, do good things with it, wouldn't we?
Give me 1% and I'll do something.
All right. Thank you, I'm Rain. X-Man, you're back. Colorful sunset at the coast of the Baltic Sea, Lithuania. Very wide angle lens and lower, closer shooting point to get this stone as perfect foreground while catch the wave on a bit of a long exposure to freeze out the motion. Holy lifting. You do some cool things, Axeman. You'd almost think you know what you're doing. Oh, you think so? That's good to know. Very nice. So actually, when you come to the beach, you never know what you see there. Ah, I guess I should go to the beach occasionally. Thank you, Axeman. And Shuvo, you're up. If you come there now for swimming. Okay, Shuvo, what do you got here?
Hello,
Hello.
my voice is clear.
Tell
Hello,
us.
my voice is clear.
Yeah, your voice is fine. Tell us about your post.
Thank you for compliment. Anyway, I need your attention for a few minutes. Actually, those people laugh slower. This content also dedicate these people. Actually, you guys know I am a mobile photographer. My all photography clicks by my sweet phone, my sweet device. Actually, last week I also visit my cousin house. My cousin also loves gardening. That's why I need permission to visit her garden, and I just really surprised because lot of flower blossom. You guys know this is the winter time. I also click a lot of flowers. Mainly this episode I content for roses. I also share different type of rose flower like pink color, orange color, yellow and red and others. Hope you guys check my post. You are really enjoy this. So thank you Shadow for chance. Thank you so much.
Very good. Yes, right. You're in winter. That 20-degree weather that you call winter. I do recall last week's conversation.
Yeah. Actually, our random temperature 35 to 40 degrees centigrade, but the winter like 20 or 25. These are very cold for me. We also use blanket and warm clothes.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you.
Yeah, for me to go over there for your winter, it would be summertime for me. It's probably some of
Okay,
us in here. All
thank
right.
you.
Thank you, Shivo. And Zeke, you're up. And we need some more emojis in, folks, so if you got some posts, it's a good time to drop them.
All right, I was ready this time.
You were.
So I got this post in just under the for this show, and yeah, just catching up on all the posts I had from all my days off and out of town and away from the keyboard and that type of thing. So for the Thoughtful Daily post, which I encourage everybody to do, maybe daily, maybe once a week, like I do, just to start thinking about some positive stuff and having good positive conversations. In this one, I actually picked a couple of them for the double shot. And if you take a look at the post, it's one meme with a lot of faces that you might recognize. Initially, I looked at the title and role model and that type of thing, and I thought, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Who are they counting as role models? See if I agree with them. And I looked down through the faces, and the first thing that got my attention is, well, okay, which one of these people are still alive? Because the ones that I noticed first were dead, and I thought, okay, are these all dead people? But no, there's some alive folks in there. But you can see what some of my thoughts on what struck me, what thoughts went through my head, and the the virtue of and the fact that somebody looks up to you and is going to mimic your thoughts and your approach to things. So just be conscious of that, so that you're in your actions and being happy and successful and positive are going to rub off on some other folks as well.
Very nice. You know, that meme of the role model with all the different, there's 3, 6, 9, 12 of them there. Those could make individual prompts for thoughtful daily posts.
Mm-hmm.
So, Pink, what Zeke has done here, there's a fellow by the name of Wes Philbin who came up with the idea that you could put a post up every day called the Thoughtful Daily Post, and it's just something that is of value to you that causes you to think preferably something positive and uplifting. So those might be a bit of an idea for you to work on. If you take a look at Zeke's post that he's just shared here, there could be 12 prompts there for you. Be kind, be creative, be playful, Be inspirational, be happy, be compassionate, be silly, be a hero, be humane, be generous, be weird, and be sincere. So there's some possibilities for you. It is, isn't it? So maybe at some point you'll have something to share with us here.
You don't necessarily have to come up with a great column or a great, hugely in-depth story necessarily. You'll end up doing that after a while once you figure out what you're comfortable in writing about and what people are responding to and the conversations you have. But until then, this is kind of a neat thing. And as you're learning and meeting folks and networking, you're using some of your energy on the Steam blockchain to promote some positive thoughts and very passively improve the lives of people out there.
It's always hard doing that first post. All right. Thank
Shadow, Shadow, sorry for interrupt. I just come back for a minute. I just tell something. Actually, this day is really very honor for me and grateful for me because my teacher, my mentor, my idol is listening my voice live right now. I'm really blessed. You
good.
guys know, you guys know, I also, I also little bit problem in my English language. I also very weak. My idol is really teach me and always
Well, you're practicing your English and you'll get better as you go. But you're getting your point across at this point. That's a good start. All right. Thank you, Zeke.
Thank you.
And pretty nice video. You're up. I know she's with us. And if you haven't clicked on the giveaway, there is 11 minutes left on the SBI one and 20 on the Shade. Are you with us? Pretty nice video. Probably getting her link. So we'll give her a moment or so to grab her link. Hopefully she's still with us and hasn't lost her connection on us.
Maybe to stall for a little bit of time, I had a question. I noticed in my Thoughtful Daily post that I've been starting to get the ire of somebody named MMMMMKKK and some downvotes on every single post.
That's because you're getting Steam Basic Income votes.
Yeah, okay.
I've noticed that the downvotes that he's giving are not amounting to a lot on most people's.
And usually it's been, 100% from a 25 account that's misspelled and a $0 and 0 cents. But the one account does it for 2 pennies, which obviously not a big thing, but annoying.
So
Yeah, I'm going to talk about that in a sec.
the
Oh, okay.
the 0 cent one, those are actually hitting at tokens.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, he's got some accounts that have got tokens and don't have the SP, and that's what he's doing is trying to take tokens away.
Yeah, you can have them.
Well, he's got serious power too. He's got like 96,000 photo and
Yeah. Pretty nice. Do you have a bit of a write-up on your post? Or did I miss it? If you got a little bit of a write-up, I can read it for you. Kitty Girl says, Nothing can be done to discourage his users. Many people have tried reasoning with no avail. One possible solution: you can prevent SPI from upvoting your post by including the following line within the post. And if you wish it to be invisible, there is a way of doing that. Yeah. Okay. Pretty Nice Video says it's just a free write exercise, a fictional story, and she loves doing the daily free writes to set the timers. 5 minutes, then write. All right. Leering. Ooh, those are possibilities with that prompt. Okay. She's having trouble with her mic apparently. So, are you on phone or on your computer? Computer. Well, that's odd. Are you in the app or the desktop? Or in the browser or the desktop, I should say. Desktop. Um, yeah, Contra Borden found that on his Mac, he ended up going back to the browser to get a better performance. Discord does not seem to like Macs for some reason. All right.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Haha, I switched to my phone.
Hooray.
A dog's ass does see sun every once in a while. So yeah, it's just a free writing exercise. Free Write House does a daily free write, and you are prompted with a single word prompt, or sometimes a few like words, and you just set your timer, open up the browser, put Google timer, and set it for 5 minutes, and just write. And they do these daily, and it's a way for you to get a post in a day if you want to be consistent. It helps with language. It's been helping me with my grammar and my language, because even though I'm a native, I'm born in the US. My mom was born in Cuba, and I was born in Miami, which is predominantly Hispanic. So my English a lot of times is backwards the way I learned it. And it's helped me with a lot of things, and getting a consistent upvote from some whale. After a while, it's like this one whale started consistently upvoting me. And that's the way. If you want them to notice you, you just got to be consistent. And I found that these little free writing exercises did that for me.
So while you spend 5 minutes writing it initially, you spent more than 5 minutes on this post. You did some editing, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
What I do is I do my story first, and then I go back through my Google Drive, and I have videos from when I used to be healthier and I was able to walk and hike, and I'll just go through and I'll make GIFs or take pictures, and I'll find things that fit my story. Sometimes it's factual information about, my day, or something like that, or it's a fiction story. Or it's sometimes, like, I had one about nautical language. I go into the etymology and historical linguistic of words, and where they come from, and the origin, and how they change over time, but they stay very much the same and are connected. It's very, very interesting. But yeah, so they're just really fun, and they're a way for you to get a nice consistent post. And it does more than just, it's more than STEAM. You're learning to build your cognitive, you're keeping your brain busy, being creative, and the grammar, it helps with English too.
Imagine that, grammar. Well
I'm
done.
horrible at it.
And good to see you back. It's been a while. Yeah, thank you. Pretty nice. And Define, you're up. All right. Tell us about
Uh,
Upduder.
yeah, Upduder is. Please don't go upvote that post or anything. It's just uh, I declined payout, so there's no point anyway. Um, but Upduder is a response to the downvote vigilantes like MK that we were just talking about. Um, I'm going to redistribute back all the curation rewards back to the delegators. I don't think it would be fair. It's their curation anyway. Like, I don't think they should be punished for contributing to trying to defend SBI and people who are members of communities like that. I see a lot of small accounts getting downvoted, and I mean, I don't know if you read the comments on his latest SBI skip post, but there's like 67 of them, and they are not happy. But he spread himself pretty thin. So even though I don't have all that much power, we got 3,250 so far. But I'm able to cancel, I don't know, between 20 and 50 a day because he spread himself out. I can't cover the tokens, but the SBI, I'm paying people back just to negate his downvote.
So he has been doing some posting on what he's doing.
Yeah, he has. He posted the other day the reason why, um, and then yesterday he posted about that. If you want to not be downvoted by me, use SBI Skip.
Interesting. I had a conversation with somebody yesterday on this topic. Um, I'm almost getting the suspicion that it's not just one individual, that it's more of a um, Grouchy Cat type of a thing where there was a group of people that formed an account, did some mayhem, and then disappeared. And I have a suspicion that it might be a similar type thing going on because nobody wants to be identified as the individuals going after SBI.
I've noticed that a lot of his delegation rentals from Minnow Booster are getting canceled as well. People don't want to really support it.
Interesting. So maybe it is one individual.
Yeah, it is. He's got some supporters for sure, but it's one guy. He's a Polish guy. He ran a bid bot and got nailed, and now he's pissed off.
Well, the person I was speaking to was quite clearly a supporter of him. Um, and that individual is involved in a fairly large project on the platform, so has some influence.
Yeah, I think one of the stronger arguments, or the whales who have the power to do something about it, aren't. So they're basically consenting and saying, "Yeah, he's right."
Yeah, it's one guy, and he has different tribe accounts to also downvote the tokens that the person may earn. So that's why you'll see about 4 or 5 different downvotes appearing on your post. One of them is to take the steam to reduce your steam, and the other is to take tokens.
Yeah, Priya, I went and negated the one you got this morning.
See, it's being viewed that it's a roundabout way of buying votes, and because the distribution is coming from the reward pool, that's supposedly what the argument's about. But when he starts attacking tokens, he's just plain old attacking the program.
And the thing is, one of the major things to me is this is sort of a new thing after Hard Fork 21. So even if people bought 1,000 shares on their own, it wasn't wrong. It wasn't. downvotable like a month ago or two, and now all of a sudden they're bad people for investing in the blockchain. That no, that's not okay.
So pretty nice. You're on SteamWorld, so it's really easy. You scroll down on SteamWorld to where it shows the in and out, and you can select downvotes flags, and it'll show what however many you've received that particular day. So where it says filter, underneath where it says all, if you click down there, you can go down to where it says downvotes flags, and then you can go back through the last 7 days and you'll be able to see how many downvotes you got. Yeah, but some people get curious. They want to see. So if you mute him, Axeman, does that stop him from being able to downvote with the photo tokens? That would be actually kind of cute. No rewards going for tokens. Both ways. Well, that'll be a nice little bit of justice there. Downvote going to be 0 because I think it's close to 100,000 on the photo tokens, isn't it?
Yeah,
Define.
96,000 he's got.
Yeah.
That'll drill you.
Now we get some of the other token holders to do the same thing. That'll at least stop them killing tokens. Pal Marlian and Sports.
Yeah, I just got 2,500 Marlians to
So
try to counter that.
if you talk to, oh good lord, why can I not remember his name? Google,
Surpassing Google.
surpassing Google. Thank you, Serge. If you talk to him, he could mute him on there. That's his token.
I'm gonna pick my battles in this whole thing because I'm so disgusted with this flag and downvote stuff. I mean, I got into it with Anthony Adebisi and the Steam Flag Rewards on something they were up to. I'm just, I'm not letting this get me.
Well, I've taken a look at how he's spread himself so thin on the Steam downvotes. He's really become very ineffective. He's not
Yeah,
going
I'm
to.
able to go through and just negate those, even with the 3,000 SP that I've got.
Yeah. So you might lose a cent or so, but you're still doing okay. Like I made a comment the other day, and because I haven't posted in a bit, the comment got upvoted, and I think it was a 14-cent upvote, 15-cent upvote. He hit it with his downvotes, and it took 1 penny off it. SBI also implemented upduder. So it's almost like a Camille steamer with just a little bit more power behind it. Great fun and games. So Serge, you're up. By the way, we need some more emojis, folks.
Can you hear me?
I can.
On the mobile phone, I'm not good with this, and now my connection's dropping.
Well, see what you can do. Oh, we may have lost him. Yeah, he just dropped off. James, who's hitting introduce yourself posts at 100%? Are you back, Sarge?
Yeah, I think I am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay, real quickie. This is a curation thing that I'm trying to do every week, and I try to get earlier and earlier so that the post payout date is not over by the after people post. But this is just my 7 picks for the day, for the week of after the show's going through and reading, and I read every single post or watch every single video. I go through it, and as y'all know, I'm a stickler for actually looking at posts and actually reading posts, and I always try to leave a comment if I upvote or if I downvote, which I don't do very often. Not on YPT posts, at least.
Well,
But
yeah.
yeah, but this is just a little thing that I've been doing every week, and I because it's a PYPT show, I give 25% of the post rewards to Shadows because she hosts and everything. That's the only right thing to do, you know. So yeah, so those are the posts from last week that I personally enjoyed. They're not in any particular order. I really enjoyed Mr. Nightmare's story last week. That was really neat.
He does some good stuff, and he's developing, very much developing as a writer.
Yeah, I
So
liked it. It's a nice story.
I'm, I'm really digging your cool divider. Well done.
Why, sure. And if anybody wants one, I make them for free. I do them in free software. Don't cost me nothing but a little bit of time. So if you ever want one, just give me on DM. That's DM Sergeant Dan 0001.
Nice work. How was the meetup?
Oh, they did a great presentation. Adam Levine, aka Andrarchy, was there. Uh, I met Agrode in person. That was cool, and I met Rosen, Adam, Yabap. I can't never say his
Yappa
name.
be
I just
Matt.
call him Mr. Rosen. Yeah, just call Mr. Rosen. It's easier. Uh, yeah, there were quite a few. A lot of the people there were not really steamy people. They were more steam monster people, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Agrode gave a very nice presentation about things up and coming with Steam Monsters. So it's pretty exciting, and I thank both him and Yabba Matt. Now, don't go telling tales, folks, when you hear what I said, but I told Mr. Rosen and Agrode, I said, thank you so much for saving Steam with them Steam Monsters and Steam engines. But I didn't say it in front of Adam Levine.
Why not?
Yeah, but it was really nice. They had a buffet. They had all kind of finger sandwiches and spinach pasta with like a vodka blush sauce. And, oh yeah, and it was funny because Yababa Matt he kept telling everybody eat, eat. I said you sound like my mother. He said, "Well, I bought all this food. I bought too much. Eat it. Take some home with you."
He was expecting more people, or he just thought they would be hungrier?
Well, I don't know. It just there was maybe I didn't get an exact count, but I mean it started at 6:30, and they were going to go to 10. I left early because I had walked from 30th Street Station all the way to there, and then I stayed a hostel in Old Town.
No, kitty girl, that's
Then
not Adam Levine. It's Andrew, as in Andrarchy.
yeah, Andrew. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say Adam. I should have said Andrew.
Yeah, I knew who you meant. So,
Yeah, but it was very nice. very, very nice. Very, very enjoyable. Nice meetup. Met some people. A couple I recognized. I had seen their pictures on Steam before, so yeah, it was very nice.
Good. Worth going then. So we know Sarge is here because we just heard from him. Dunstuff and PH 1102, are you present? I see PH. And Dunstuff, are you present? He's probably fallen asleep at 4 a.m. in the morning. He was present. So you three have got the SBI, and Zeke and Define, are you both present?
Yeah, eh?
I'm here.
Okay, you guys have got the shade. PH says more downvotes for me.
I was just
There he
about to say
is.
the same thing.
Dun Dunstuff is present. Dunstuff, somewhere in there, you dropped a link. Did I miss putting you on the list? Or did you drop a link? Yes, you did. Dunstuff, you are next. All right. So, Dunstuff has written, fires all around me at the moment, kind of scary. Also got a couple of pics of the moon as well, but they're on the SLR and can't find the cable to transfer them off. So you're right in the area where all those bushfires are going on, Dunstuff? Like the devil's night here, I guess so. So how far away are they from you? 20 kilometers, which means that they could come real close real soon. I saw an article the other day that there's 21 firefighters from Canada are on their way down. They'll be there for 38 days, which will take them in over Christmas. Yeah, the air quality would be horrible. Unbelievable the amount of damage that's being wrought with the climate these days. DJ Lethal Skills. Why the heck is somebody hitting? That's not making any sense as to why they'd be hitting introduce yourself posts. So are they hitting the individuals, James? Put it this way, sunset is 8, but it's looking like sunset here at 4 p.m. Yeah, I'll bet. There'd be a lot of smog in the air from those wildfires.
And them fires ain't no good.
Well, stay safe. Bit that really upsets me, says Dunstuff, and he's typing something else here. Is there people deliberate? You're kidding me! Have they charged anybody?
Firefighters will light a fire to stop a fire.
Yeah, the firefighters do that, and they know how to place them. But people just starting fires on their own, that's insane. Have they charged anybody or caught anybody doing it, done stuff? Ah, so you're not sure if it's actually happening yet this year. Wild.
I just don't get people sometimes. I just don't know what seems to be their major malfunction.
Well, usually it's a brain malfunction. You can't fix stupid and idiot. Thanks, done stuff. Keep safe. And I am Rain. You're up.
Okay, here's an entry for Powerhouse Creatives contest. It's to write a story from the point of view of the gift. If you were a gift, and then you write according to the gift's,
Point of view of the GIF. Is
yeah,
that
like it's
is that kind of along the lines of writing a story off the picture?
sort of, but it's more like write a creative thing, pretend that you're the gift, and then you write the story from your.
Hmm. Interesting approach. And this is a contest that's ongoing.
Yes, it is. It's only for Powerhouse Creatives members.
Coming back.
Hey, my voice is clear.
Okay, I think I'm back.
Oh yeah, Shadow, we're
Nothing,
also missing you.
nothing like talking to myself for 5 minutes.
Okay, I continue to speaking my content.
Okay, did you share your post there, Shuvo? Because you were next up.
Actually, yeah, actually, look my content. But I love animal like cats. Personally, I like this animal cause this animal is very outlooking is very cute and they are very claim. That's why I also like this. Actually, every day I also walking a couple of minutes beside my home. Actually, this day I also outing for walking purposes in my home. That time I also see this cat and capture this photo and share uh, and also explain how I captured this photo. That's it. Anyway, this my contribution. Hope you like this. Anyway, I also tell something. First of all, I noticed the gentleman, those who, those he always helps me for my developing my English skill and other guidelines. I always respect and salute the gentleman. Thank you. Thank you,
Ah,
Shadow.
all right. Thank you, Shuvo. Yes, cats are always welcome at PYPT as one is sprawled across by stomach sleeping. And Pre, you're up.
Hello, Shadow. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. So, after a long time, I'm going to share D2 post, but it's not only on D2, it's YouTube also. So, if anybody can want to watch, they can watch. And I really wanted to share this post because yesterday I was in university and me and my friend decided to ride in a tram. It was like feel like 100 years old tram or trolley, and I made a video about it, and I shared my experience because it was a new experience for me. In my country, we don't have any tram, and here, only in Kharkiv city, we have tram. And it's like people are saying, some people already told me that it looks like 70s or 80s tram, but I approximately give 100 years ago tram. Yeah, that's the post is all about. Actually, video is all about.
So you don't have trams, as in public transit, in your country, or you just don't happen to have these type of?
No, in my country we don't have tram. We have a bus, train, but no tram in our country.
Ah, okay. So you do have public transit, you just don't have trams.
Yeah. And in
Cool.
Kharkiv, these trams are really old in Kharkiv, and they still kept it because as a like piece of like say a historical piece or something like that, like to represent that it was a part of Russia once.
Right.
And that's really, they are really old, really old.
If Russia had their way, they would be annexing the rest of the Ukraine.
Yeah, because in Kharkiv, most of the people speak Russian. Maximum people speak Russian, but other cities they speak Ukrainian and English as
Mm-hmm.
well. But in Kharkiv, only people speak Russian.
Oh, that's a pretty calico. Friend of yours done stuff? Ah, always hard to lose them. Pretty nice. Thank you, Pre. And Kitty Girl, you're up. Yeah, at 18, that they're on borrowed time. Thank you, Shuvo.
Well, I came across a post yesterday written by Caroline Cardoza that I thought was especially lovely. She came from a very big family, and they struggled sometimes to make ends meet. So gifts were sometimes used, recycled items, and she writes this beautiful story about how she was given a pair of shoes one year at Christmas that were used but in still in very good condition, and how she embellished those shoes because they didn't have laces in them, and how they made her feel like a princess. It's a delightful story. It doesn't take long to read, and it will really put a warm fuzzy feeling in your heart. It's really a sweet story.
Very nice. And good to hear somebody's voice back.
Yeah, I'm just hoping I don't get into another sneezing or coughing fit while I'm talking.
Yeah, but that's obviously you're recovering a little bit.
Yeah, I keep recovering and then I feel a setback, a relapse, and it lasts for 2 or 3 days, and then I start feeling better again, and then I get another relapse. It's so bizarre, but I'm hoping I'm over it now.
Hopefully. It'd be nice to go through Christmas without still being recovering, eh? Pretty nice, you know that when you say you're not having any more, that it may or may not work, eh? So, Priya, Zeke is throwing a challenge out to you.
Yeah, I'm seeing.
You have a beautiful smile.
In yeah, in this video, I smiled a lot. To be honest, in this video, I smiled a lot.
I totally agree with Zeke's comment. You have got a beautiful smile, and it's always delightful to see you on the videos.
So you smiled a lot on this one.
Yeah, but every title photo is mean mugging like Cardi B or something like that.
Someone told me once that if you smile a lot, it keeps people guessing because they don't know what you're really thinking. Smile can hide a lot. All right. Do we have anybody else with something to share? Wait, what are we waiting for? Okay, Kitty, go for it.
Well, if somebody else has one, let them go ahead. I still need to grab.
I don't see anybody jumping in there, so you're good.
Okay, we have a person in the Steam terminal named Jose Cabrera. He is a musician, he plays guitar and sings, and he is in Venezuela. He lives in Caracas, the capital city, and knows a lot of other musicians, and they have a concert every week on Discord. 1 week it'll be in Interblocks Discord, the next week it'll be in Steam Terminal, the next week in Interblocks, and next week in Steam Terminal. And this week it's coming back to Steam Terminal tomorrow. There will be a concert featuring, he always brings in another musician. And last week with Ojelis was really a beautiful concert. Love that chill vibe. And this week we'll be featuring Spartico Valdez, and he's a guitarist. He has an account on the blockchain, but he hasn't actually started posting yet. So I did not include a link to his account in this post, but most of the other musicians have had an account on Steam for a while. But the concerts are always very laid back. They're not, really highly structured, and a lot of the songs seem to be coming off kind of spur of the moment. Ooh, let's do this one, that kind of thing. And I just think it's very chill, even though most of the lyrics to the songs are in Spanish, which I do not speak. Um, the music itself is lovely, and just to hear them play and sing is very relaxing and awesome. So we would love to have folks come into the Steam terminal and listen to the concert on Friday. Also, if you're coming into the terminal, you're not in there yet, and you're coming in just to listen to the concert, and you don't think you'll stay, you don't
Whoop.
have to do an intro and all that stuff.
So, Pink, are you still with us? Okay, are you familiar with the Steam terminal? Okay, so the Steam terminal is a good Discord to be able to go into and get some help on getting started out on Steam at the website. Kitty Girl is one of the administrators. James is an administrator as well. Kitty Girl,
He's a moderator,
a
but
moderator.
he's certainly on track to being an admin. I tell you, he does a lot of good in there. And I am Rain Crystal is one of ours too. She is the one who's in charge of the Redfish Rally contest to help new accounts grow.
So, Kitty Girl, do you want to drop the link to the Steam terminal in? I know that Pink is new. Pink joined over at Steamhouse and then came in and joined today in here because I dropped a link in Steamhouse.
Okay,
So,
there's the link in the chat. And what our goal is we try to help people to give them a place to ask their questions about the Steam blockchain or Discord. If you're having trouble setting up push to talk or anything else in Discord, we'll answer those questions too. And then we try to help you find communities where you can thrive and grow depending on your skills and what your interests are. All questions are welcome, though. Even folks who've been on the blockchain for 2 years sometimes come in there and ask questions because nobody can know it all. So,
Well, Pink has kind of gone the other way because Pink is a writer. So Pink has joined us at Steamhouse.
well, that's really awesome to hear. Fantastic. So, are there plans to get something published, Pink?
Doesn't have to go that far right away, but I think Pink is working on something like that.
That's fantastic. Wonderful.
Okay. So, Pink, if you're interested in music, you can drop in there. So, I have a little bit of an informal survey to do here. Um, Remember back a month and a half ago, uh, we did a marketing ramble in here. We're going to do another one, but I need some input as to whether you would rather have it on Saturday the 14th, I think it is, or Sunday the 15th of this month.
The day, Saturday or Sunday, doesn't really matter so much to me, but remember that Crimson Clad has a show on Saturday afternoons, and if you were to schedule it then, she probably would not be present. If you did it Sunday, there's probably more of a chance Crim.
Good point, Kitty girl. And you know, interestingly enough, Adgrode is my co-host on the show, and when I mentioned it to him, he didn't even think about Crimson. I'm gonna have to jerk his chain on that one.
Oh, that is bad that he didn't think.
Yeah, I'll just go back and say I think we're gonna go Sunday because we don't want to mess around with Crimson's show on Saturday.
Yeah, and her show used to start at 3 p.m. our time, Eastern time, but when the time change happened, she moved it to 2 p.m. So it would definitely, there would definitely be a conflict. It wouldn't be a back-to-back show, but there would be some overlap.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna go with Sunday then. I'm glad that I asked in here because you know otherwise we went with Saturday the last time, but I don't think Crim had a show on at that time. So we'll go with the Sunday the 15th. So that'll be another marketing ramble. It's another opportunity to do some input on marketing ideas on the platform. And that's the foundation will be sponsoring that. So you guys are now the first to know. I haven't got a time yet, but we'll get it out there. So has anybody else
I
got?
think that was a very informative thing too. I'm really glad that you did that show. I learned a lot from it.
Well, it not only was informative, but there were a lot of people that really were interested in being involved with it, which is really good for us, as far as from the foundation standpoint. That was really great to see that people were engaging with it and taking part. Go for it, kitty girl.
Well, I shared a post by Caroline Cardoza and then one by Steam Terminal. This is one of mine. Um, I posted about a crystal that I had gotten some time back, and on that post, somebody asked me specifically, "Do you ever come across any ruby crystals?" Because that's my birthstone. So I decided to pull up my ruby crystals and write about them. And I have got a couple of raw rubies. One of them, like the one that's showing in the picture next to the penny, has not been cut or polished at all. That is exactly how it was chipped from the mine and came out of the ground. Another one I have was polished only on the bottom so that you could see the chatoyancy or the shinies patch that's in there. And I talk about that in the photo and what, or the post, and talk about what causes the shiny patch. And then I've got a couple of other crystals that have been cut, and they're opaque, so they were not mounted as gemstones like in a piece of jewelry. But I did write another post, a part two, that does have some ruby jewelry in there. So if anybody is interested in pretty rocks like me, and crystals and stones and or minerals, I mean, I talk about this stuff from a scientific viewpoint as well. So it could appeal to people from a wide range of disciplines. So,
Very nice.
and probably at this evening's session, I'll share part two that has the jewelry in it. But this is a good place to start so you can learn what a ruby is.
So you're a July baby.
No, actually, I am September like you, a Virgo.
I wondered about
So
that.
technically, yeah, so technically my birthstone is sapphire,
Yeah.
which is the same thing as a ruby, but it has different things in it that colors it blue instead of red. But for some odd reason, I just am drawn to rubies. I find the ruby to be a lot prettier and a lot more interesting than the sapphire. So, yeah.
Well, one of the things I like about the sapphire is it's blue. I tend to like the color blue.
Well, sapphires are definitely beautiful, and I do have a couple of sapphires too. But to me, the red of the ruby with those violet undertones is just so much prettier than the sapphires. A lot of sapphires, the really good quality ones, are so dark blue they're almost black. You know, they don't have a lot of light coming through them like the rubies do.
Yeah, I tend to like the sapphires that have got that. I call it a medium blue. It's not light and it's not really dark.
Yeah, those are the best, absolutely.
Yeah, I
Oh
actually
no, pretty
have
nice
one.
video. Lost a ring, washing her hands and left it. That's terrible. So you're talking about when you have shadows?
I do have a birthstone ring, but I don't actually wear it. When I was wearing what I did was put it on a chain along with my husband's birthstone ring and a charm he'd given me.
Oh, that's a really sweet way to do it. I love that idea.
Yeah, I'm not much on wearing jewelry, so it's spent a whole lot more time in a drawer than it has anywhere else.
Well, I don't often wear jewelry around the house. Well, I keep I usually have a pendant with a on a chain around my neck most of the times, but I don't wear rings a lot around the house. I do wear them when I go out.
Yeah, my mother was big on her jewelry. So when she passed, Dad called me in one day when I was up there, and there's your mom's jewelry box. Pick out something you'd like, and it's like none. So my other two sisters shared it then. All right. And does anybody else have anything they want to share? Yeah, it looks like we're in good shape for this round. And you've been listening to Shadows Pub host, Pimp Your Post Thursday, morning edition from the Ramble. And we'll be back tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Till next time, it's all about community. And yep, bye, Wilma. There we go.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for being here, everyone.